Hello, this is Tower Topics number 11, I think it is. And this is about the Japanese dream. What are you talking about? Okay, to start off, I'm going to talk about the American dream. Now, let me see if I can share my screen for the amazing powers of technology, if I can click the right buttons. Here we are. Yay! Here is an image of the ideal, the perfect version of America. Of course, it probably isn't perfect, but here's what some people think of as the American dream. When I typed into Google American dream, this is one of the first pictures that came up. And here, what do we see? Well, looks like 1950s or 1960s. And they've got lots of products. Looks like by Coleman, the camping people. But look, there you have. Look, there's Daddy, white Daddy, and white Mummy. They've got two kids, a girl and a boy, and they've got a boat because they're successful. And he's got what, I don't know, what's that? What's the motor for the boat? Is it, or is it golf clubs? I don't know. And there's Mama on the barbecue. How many times do you see mamas doing the barbecue? But anyway, having a barbecue, the kids out there, they've got their own paddling pool, big park. Maybe it's their own garden. They are the successful family. This is an image of the American dream. What is the American dream? People talk about it a lot, certainly in America. And what the American dream, well, basically, it is self-improvement. It is starting poor and ending rich, ending your life rich, and often really just about money and property and ownership. But the idea of starting with nothing and becoming, through hard work and doing it yourself, and getting all of this, that's the American dream. Now, you can argue about whether is it true, is it not, does the dream exist, is it reality, is it not reality? I mean, a lot of these, here's the white people doing it, and they had an easy time. If you're a black person, do you have an American dream? At the moment, with Black Lives Matter, the question is maybe not. But anyway, it's a powerful ideal, the American dream. The idea of improving yourself and getting better, not because of who you were born, or what language you were born speaking, or what color your skin, or anything that you were born with, or if you had a big castle or you didn't. The idea is that you can achieve, you can do something yourself. That's, I think, the American dream. And that's a good thing, usually. But it has been sort of turned into all about consumerism here. Look, he's got a bicycle and the latest bicycle, and look, they've got this new thing here, and he's got his Wheaties and his tennis, and it was all about products. That may not be a true American dream. Anyway, this is the idea of the American dream. I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, what's the Japanese dream? But before I get to Japanese dream, I was thinking, what's the English dream? Well, there isn't really an English dream, but there is an English ideal, and that is here. To live in your own, almost like a castle. Now, here's an old house. It looks, I don't know, 200, 300, maybe 400 years old. And you've got your own little green. You can play bowls on there, and you can got a little thing. You can walk down here, little staircase. You can come down here and go and look at the pond, a bit like a Japanese one. But you've got a moat, you've got a wall around here to keep everybody out. And this is the sort of the English ideal, that if there is an English dream, it's the idea that you could escape to the countryside, and away from the big city, away from London, away from politics, away from humanity, and live your own life privately, with a wall around you. And that's kind of a myth as well. I mean, who can afford to live here unless you were born super rich, or you had to rent it out to tourists to pay for the electricity? And what job do you have if you're here? If you just have grass, there's no plants around here that you're not growing. You're not working hard in the fields. You're just sitting there looking at the garden. So I don't know how real that is, but anyway, but that's not the point. The point is that's the dream. The English dream is to escape to the countryside with a castle. In different ways. In a way, I suppose I like to do that. I like to escape into my own world, to my painting, and get away from everything. That's the English dream. American dream is to control everything and be the number one. English dream is like, forget that. I'll go over here. But I don't know what is the Japanese dream. I don't have any pictures for that because you will know better as a Japanese person what the Japanese dream is. Now, let me show you my notes. So I got here, down here, the Japanese dream. Let's bring this over here. Ooh. Well, of some vocabulary here. Let me zoom in, if you can see that vocabulary. Ideal, something that's perfect. The ideal solution, the ideal car, the ideal life. Perfect, of course, perfect. Does it really exist? I don't know. Myth, an image that probably isn't true. So you could say the American dream is maybe a myth. The English dream is a myth. Japanese dream, I don't know what it is. So I talked about self-improvement, getting better or richer by yourself, not because you were born rich. Okay, I want you to tell me, here's your interesting homework. You've got 3 things you could pick from here. Number 1, is there a Japanese dream? If there is, what is it? Is it to earn more money? Is it to be president of the company? Is it to be have 20 children or go to an onsen every day? I don't know. You tell me. What's the Japanese dream? Number 2, is it better to live in the country or the city? This is a question because the English would say, oh, of course, live in the country. That's a dream. But I notice people look down on the country, certainly in Japan. Oh, country, oh, inaka, I don't know. Or number 3, is it better to have a dream or ideal, even if you know it is only a myth? Oops, I made a spelling mistake. Only a myth. Yeah, so even if you know it's only a dream, it's not true, but is that useful to have? Maybe American dream isn't true, but is it useful for the country to believe it? I don't know. Choose something that interests you there and tell me what you think when I see you next. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Thank you very much. See you soon.